From the beginning, there has always been one Saiyan race. It was a straight bloodline of nothing but Saiyans. That is until Goku gets sent to Earth. The only race to have mixed with the Saiyans are the humans. This could change in the future where they pull off something like Zycor, but for right now, Gohan was the first Saiyan hybrid. This is a trend that continues throughout the rest of the series into Trunks, Goten, and eventually Pan. I'm not going to be talking too much about Pan because she is only 1/4 Saiyan, but in Dragon Ball Super, even though she is a baby, she shows signs of being unnaturally strong, way above her age. When Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta, there were only 4 full-blood Saiyans left alive, and they were Raditz, Goku, Nappa, and Vegeta. Only 2 of these 4 are still alive today, and funny enough, they are the strongest non-gods in the universe. Nappa and Raditz I like to think had at least some potential, but they died early on and were never really seen again. The Saiyan race was told throughout generations to be the strongest in the universe, and while Goku and Vegeta have done a good job at preserving that title, the rest of the Saiyans have not. Even Bardock, who I consider to be one of the stronger ones, in comparison to what we're seeing in Dragon Ball Super, he still stands no chance. I like to think of it as if the Saiyan race was still around today, we would have a very similar situation to what is going on over in Universe 6. Over time, the Saiyans in Universe 7 would evolve and get stronger, but it is something that we never got to see, and for the most part, a large majority of the Saiyan race never had a chance to fulfill their potential. Frieza was looking over them like a hawk, and the second someone started growing in strength, he had them killed, until it got to the point where he decided to wipe them out entirely. It is an unfortunate end because I do like to think that full-blood Saiyans have the most potential, but when you look at someone like Gohan, who at 4 years old was stronger than an 18-year-old Goku, you can clearly see the half-breeds have a lot going for them. Gohan was a special case. He was the first son of Goku and always had inner potential, which allowed him to go up against guys like Frieza and eventually Cell. The thing you notice about Gohan and a lot of the other Saiyan hybrids is that their will to fight is nowhere near as high as the full-bloods. The main 3 are Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. Each of these guys were able to pull off Super Saiyan when they weren't even teenagers, and if you were to put up just these 3 against the entire Saiyan race back when they were alive, it is very clear who wins. What you tend to notice though, as time goes on, the full-blood Saiyans continue to grow stronger, while the half Saiyans just kind of stop. A lot of people think that this is a genetic thing, and that half Saiyans just get stronger at an early age, and then reach a limit, but I think it's something completely different. The Saiyan race was born to fight. Each and every one of them is a warrior. That's just who they are. However, not all humans are warriors that want to fight each other every day. So what you see are the half Saiyans usually lacking in motivation as they grow older. This did happen to Gohan, and at the end of Dragon Ball Z, you could tell that it was slowly happening to Goten and Trunks. There is a certain idea that attempts to explain why Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are so powerful in comparison to the rest of their race. The idea is simple enough to get behind, and that is, realistically, they were conceived by some of the strongest men alive, Goku and Vegeta. Think of the weakest Saiyan you know, someone like Tarbell. Try to see him having a kid with Launch. Even though the child would turn out to be half Saiyan, half human, technically, if you go by this idea, he shouldn't be as strong as Gohan or anyone else. But looking past that, half Saiyans recently have had this thing called rage boosts. This again started with Gohan, and we saw what he was able to do with it. Dragon Ball Super has given us a brand new Super Saiyan transformation for Trunks, and it's specifically called, ironically enough, Super Saiyan Rage. The name recently just got confirmed, so for the longest time, we were calling it False Super Saiyan Blue or something like that. But the way Trunks attains this form is by being absolutely enraged. With no experience of God Ki, he powers up into this form that rivals Goku and Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue. If it wasn't for this, you could have argued that Saiyans, if they were still alive, could have been the superior race. But no, it took Goku and Vegeta years to get to the level they're at, and with Trunks coming in and needing to fight, it relates back to what I was saying before. I'll never forget this line. It came from Goku when he was training Gohan in the time chamber. He said that power comes in response to a need, not a desire. The half-blood Saiyans enjoy fighting when they're young because they're young, impressionable Saiyans. As they grow older, their more human side starts taking over. With future Trunks, it is different because of the timeline he grew up in. He always had to fight. But even still, I wouldn't consider him like Goku or Vegeta. He still has a very human side to him. Full-blood Saiyan strength doesn't come in the form of power, it comes in wanting to battle. There has been no hybrid Saiyan who has had the drive to go on to do what Goku and Vegeta have done, so it's hard to say who's better when they both have good and bad. Naturally, hybrid Saiyans have been proven to be stronger. They have a high potential and usually start out pretty strong. The downside is that as they grow older, they lose their will to fight. Saiyans, on the other hand, will never lose their will to fight, but from what we've seen, they all start out with a pretty low base power. I hope that I shed some light on this topic. If you have an opinion on this and want to let me know, do that. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Dragon Ball video.